Hello everybody, welcome back. I am TheChornick. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we have quite a bit of things to go over regarding Fallout 4 and regarding Bethesda's E3 conference. This is going to kind of be my quick review on their E3 conference that we saw a couple days ago, but there's a lot of information that came out of that conference that I like to give to you guys today, especially regarding the Fallout 4 DLC. Now, in terms of their E3 conference in general, my quick review is saying I say it was solid. It was a solid E3 conference. It was a solid showcase. I got what I wanted. I came in saying I wanted to see Fallout 4 DLC, and I want to see the Skyrim remastered, and I got it. I got what I wanted. Nothing more, nothing less. But I got what I wanted. So I say it was a satisfying showcase. Now, as for the things that we did receive, the Fallout DLCs that we did receive, we're going to go and cover that in this episode. We're going to cover their DLCs and even talk about the potential that they're actually going to have more DLC. That's right, as you can see in the title, they're probably going to have more DLC, and I'll get into the reasons for why that is. So the first thing we're going to talk about is obviously the DLCs that they have showed us. So the first one was Contraptions, right? Contraptions, and like I said in my previous workshop review, I said that, yeah, this is all great and all, but they should really do stuff that not many modders could do. You know, they have the technology and the resources. If they're really going to go the workshop route, they should at least give some really interesting workshop DLC and not just give us some decorations and such. And you know what? They listened. Because, to be honest, I don't really like the workshop DLCs. I didn't like the one before. It felt kind of bland to me, just like, is kind of waste of Bethesda's creativity and time, in my opinion, where they could have worked towards a better DLC to at least a small one like Automatron was. They could have put more resources into something like that. So I said in the video, like, if you're gonna do a workshop DLC, then do conveyor belts, do dynamic objects and all that. And they did. They listened. They were like, okay, that's challenge accepted. And they listened, and they actually put like interesting settlements where they had like vault-tec and the building your own vault stuff, which was another DLC that they announced, was the vault-tec DLC where you could do experiments on your dwellers. I can't wait for that. I'm actually excited for that DLC, for that workshop DLC, because I want to build my own vault. That sounds so awesome, especially because you could even look through the windows, like you can look through the walls and stuff and like spy on your dwellers and stuff, and that's so creepy but so cool. And like you could actually be like a vault rep, or whatever you want to call them, those scientists that spy and use their evil scientific knowledge to enhance humanity or whatever. But the thing is, from the trailer though, it looked like we are mainly just doing like maybe healthy experiments, non-harmful experiments. It looks like they were working out while they were describing the fact that we could do experiments on them. So maybe we could just see how the vault dwellers react to working out and doing stuff. I don't know, but it's gonna be interesting to see what exactly unfolds in that DLC. But to get onto like the big one that we're gonna talk about is obviously Nuka World. And from the description of Nuka World, it's actually a raider city. Yes, that's right. It's a city run by raiders. And these raiders, you could actually join them and become the leader of them and raid the Commonwealth and raid the settlements in the Commonwealth. You could actually go against the Minutemen, which is insane, which is completely new that Bethesda I don't think has ever done. Like, you could actually completely be evil this time, because with every single faction, you could think that one's evil, but they have their own views as to why they seem that way, or why they're doing what they're doing, and they have good characteristics to them, right? But now you could actually be a bandit. You could actually be an evil person, and I think Bethesda's trying to try out what that feels like, and if people like playing being the evil person, right? So it's gonna be really insane. Plus, according to Nuka World's description, there's also different sections in Nuka World, like any other theme park has, where they have like, the futuristic section, the futuristic district. They got the Savannah district, I believe. They got maybe some oceanic world and stuff, but they have like all those different areas. So maybe those are run by different raider gangs, or maybe they're like the market district is one of those, and then like the city part of it's something else, you know, like, or the resident area is another part, but it's a place mainly run by raiders, which is really interesting to see. And I really hope that there's some like amusement rides that are still available to ride on, because that would be freaking awesome to do. So guys, that's about all for the current DLCs that we saw at E3. I just described briefly about each one of them, what we'll be receiving, but the main point of this video was actually talking about the topic of even more DLCs after Nuka World. Yes, Bethesda is actually considering making even more, and I understand why. Because the fact is, we're not going to get another Fallout game until perhaps 10 years from now. I mean, considering that they have announced that they're making 2 other major projects, 2 other big games, and they described it like being Skyrim and Fallout-like, so they're gonna be like RPG big games, you know, like, so I guess those will keep us busy in the time that we're waiting for the Elder Scrolls 6. We also have the Skyrim Remastered game coming out this October, which I'm definitely gonna get. I'm so excited for that. But we have the mods and stuff for Skyrim Remastered that are gonna be available for the console players, and we're gonna have, of course, we're gonna have all the mods being available for the PC players. We're gonna have Fallout 4 mods being uploaded to PS4 soon. We have, and that's going to continue on for quite some time. But I think Bethesda is worried that it's going to be a really long time until we see another Fallout game. So they're trying to satisfy that time in between by giving us a whole chunk and ton of DLC. Hey, I'm fine with it. I mean, $30, I already paid my $30. I think after this Nuka World DLC, if it's a big one such as Far Harbor, I think that was worth my money, right? But if they're making even more after that, then go ahead, go do it. I love you, Bethesda. Great job. I mean, you really care. I really pat you on the back for that. That's why I love Bethesda more than pretty much any other game companies. Not only do they make better games than most, but they continue to work for their fans and listen to their fans, and that's why I really like their content, because they don't just stop with their game. They move on and think about the fans afterwards. Or do they like this? Do they like that? Oh, let's test this and test that. So I don't mind. Make some more DLC, Bethesda. They're considering, because, you know, it'd probably be a really long time. And of course, some people didn't think Fallout 4 was up to its potential, right? Like, most people hyped it up to be something even bigger. So that's probably Bethesda trying to be like, oh no, it is something bigger. We're gonna have a whole ton of freaking DLC. And that's why the other thing I'm kind of concerned about is that, are they going to have this much DLC for the other games as well? Such as, you know, the next Elder Scrolls game. Are they going to have like freaking 9 DLC packages for the Elder Scrolls 6? So, not only are we going to have awesome games, but we're going to have a lot of DLC for them too. And that's my kind of my kind of prediction for what is going to happen with Bethesda at this point, is that their games are going to have a lot of DLCs on them too. So the games are going to become even more massively huge and awesome and fantastic and exciting, and I can't wait to see what Elder Scrolls 6 is going to become, even though it's still a far way off, 4 or 5 years, maybe 3 at the earliest. But they said they were far off from completing the game. So anyway, guys, please post in the comment section below all your thoughts and feelings about this. Is there any kind of DLC, maybe with the next 3 DLCs or 2 DLCs? It's not really confirmed about how much more they're gonna make. Is there any kind of topic or thing you want to happen in a new DLC? Is there anything you would like to see for Fallout 4 before it officially ends, before their seasons of DLC officially are over? Is there anything you still like to see? Anything that you missed out in the main game that you like and wished you saw in the first place? Please post in the comment section below. Perhaps Bethesda will see it and do it for you. So I love you guys. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Have an awesome day and peace out. Thank you very much.